What is up, my fellow GBA freaks and geeks? This is Tom here. Gonna bring you guys a quick video for Season 9 of the GBA. Now, before you guys get all taka down in the comment section, I'm gonna address something real quick about the whole LGBT thing. 1, I didn't compete in that. 2, I think it's a very stupid meta. And 3, because other coaches did or did not enjoy themselves. So, that's why that didn't really pan out. Before you guys leave any comments, I'm gonna tell you to not, because that's pretty much the explanation. And we're going to go into actual Season 9, where other coaches are going to enjoy themselves. And some aren't. They're going to take a step back. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the video, huh? Alright, first things first. This is going to be an Ultramoon Meta. I know, woo, fucking confetti and wee. Okay. It's going to be 16 coaches again. It's going to be 11 Pokemon per team. Just like your typical GBA meta. However, the tiers are going to change a little bit. So all of your tier 1s, all of your tier 2s are going to be basically Ubers, or Uber tiered, or close to Ubers, or really, really good. Gonna try and balance everything out. Tier 3 is going to be your vast majority of your tier 1s and tier 2s. Tier 4 is going to be your vast majority of your tier 3s and your tier 4s. And tier 5 is going to be like the bottom half of your tier 4s and just the remainder of tier 5. So the coaches have to pick a tier 1. They have to pick a tier 2, 2 tier 3s, 2 tier 4s, and 1 tier 5. Now, the way, like, I personally had to wrap my head around it is, like, all of your tier 3s, as you would look at from, like, previous generations, are all of your tier 1s and all of your tier 2s, right? So we kind of made it so that you can have more of those better mons on, you know, to associate to your Ubers. And tier 4 is going to have like your support mons from tier 3 and tier 4. And tier 5, we're not going to force any coaches to have more than one, especially because it is a lot of like the jank mons, the very like niche filler mons. And you have 260 points. Now this was set so that while you're drafting, no person or no coach could have, I think, 4 tier 3s. You can only have up to 3 tier 3s, assuming you picked right. So that's kind of the whole idea with the breakdown points for the 3 points there. Now it's going to be a 10-week season, and it's going to be 3 rounds of playoffs. This is going to be a bit shorter than our previous GBA seasons because I think a few of the coaches had discussed their dislike with the repeat inter-division matchups, and I was one of those people because I think it's stupid. It's a very antiquated, archaic method the GBA has done for many, 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 many seasons. It's got to go. So it's going to go. And there it goes, right? So now we're doing 10 weeks, so it's going to be you play everyone in your division 3 times. You play the other division in your conference for 4 matches, it's 7, and 3 out-of-conference matches. So it'll be fun, a little diverse, short, people don't get as burned out as much, and hopefully everyone fucking uploads, me included. Moving down, we have basically no one can select more than one tier 1 and tier 2. They can't use any of the free points. Also, barring 3 tier 2s, which I'll get to in a minute, you can't designate any of them as Z-Mons, so only like tier 3s and below. Asterisk for tier 2s can be Z Crystal users. For any of you that watched the D-League for the most recent season, for the train wreck that it was, all of the clauses and the whole Smogon, rules apply, including the Baton Pass, where you can Baton Pass anything except speed, and then Geomancy on Xerneas is banned, Seismic Toss on Kangaskhan is banned. Yeah. Don't think I missed anything. Alright, we're going to move on. Alright. So, here are the mons that are going to be banned. And in tier 1, and in tier 2. Now you can pause the video and read them all yourself, and you could leave your opinions down in the comments. I will read them, some people will read them. If you have bad thoughts and bad comments, we'll gladly tell you how wrong you are. The ban list, I mean, some of the things are kind of obvious. The primals are annoying, Kyogre's annoying, Mega Ray's annoying. Things like Dustmane are just really, really good. Mega Men's, a few of the Megas in there are just like really straight up broken. I personally would have swapped Blaziken, the Speed Boost version, and Mega Blaziken, mostly because I've seen Mega Blaziken be used in things like the ICBA, the PCL, and the BBL. Shout out to the commissioners of all 3 of those leagues I've used. When we were constructing the tiers for this, we did kind of utilize a lot of their tiers and the way that they kind of constructed their draft formats into ours. So I appreciate you guys. You guys know who I'm talking about. But like tier 1, you got a lot of like the really high tier mons. Things like, you see Marshall and Mega Lucario, even I guess Groudon, Xerneas is not going to be able to use Geomancy whatsoever. Those things are really good in those tiers. I probably would move Mega Metagross down to tier 2, but in tier 1 it's fine. It's going to be a really good mon. And then tier 2 you have a lot of things that are either really, really good in, you know, old tier 1, or just things that are just really solid that are like borderline. You know, you can put them in a regular draft, but otherwise like let's not, you know, type thing. But you're going to notice 3 mons in here that are italicized. Celesteela, Tapu Koko, Landorus T. Those are the only 3 mons in tier 2 that can be designated for a Z viable mon. All the rest of them, they can't. You see that these are going to be like your high tiers. There can only be 1 mon per roster on tier 1, tier 2. Now we're going to move into who is actually competing. But again, leave your thoughts in the comments about these tiers, and just imagine everything else is kind of pushed down to tiers below, so on and so forth. Alright, so going into who's going to be actually competing. Now, for the permanent departures, we have Chimpact, who's going to be pulling a Troy Aikman. He's going to be winning his championship and walking away. We have Crimson and Pokemon who have gone on to other leagues. Good luck to them. They're not going to be coming back to the GBA. Monotui is done with Mons altogether. I think he's going to social work, so good luck to you on your career there, Mono. Hopefully I'll still hang out with you since we both kind of live in New Jersey. And then Geo, unfortunately, had to step away. Even though he is competing in the APA, he unfortunately just having a lot of trouble in terms of balancing out career and everything else. So he's potentially be moving away from Mons altogether. Now, temporary departures, people who are not interested in this season but are looking to really revitalize come season 10. We have Gator, Patters, Joey, and Wolfie. They're going to kind of be on standby for the time being. And then we have our returning coaches that were or were not in the LGPE seasons. You see people like Lars, you see people like Tup, MV, and Jolt who were in the LGPE season. You have people like me, you have Steve-O, Aster, and of course Aaron, who weren't. We're going to be coming back and we're going to be competing again. Personally, I am very excited to play because I kind of missed Mons. I think that after the time I spent competing briefly in the PCL, but especially in the ICBA, the whole idea of Ubers in draft, especially for Ultra Sun, Ultramoon Meta, for now to kind of like say goodbye to it, it's going to be really cool. I hope you guys kind of agree. So, yeah. All right. But here, now, you only see 8 coaches here. There are going to be 16. Who are going to be the other 8? Here we go. All right, so here are your new 8 coaches, and I'll break them down real quick. First of all, we have your GBA D-League winner. We have 6-Foot Hacks, a.k.a. Leo. Very excited to have him on board. I have been pushing to get Leo in the GBA for a very long time, and about fucking time to get Leo in the GBA. Next up, we have Deathly, Nate, and Nexus. All 3 I'm sure you guys are very familiar with from the leagues like the WBE as well as the UCL, you know, leagues like that. Very excited to work with them. I know Nexus, believe it or not, was actually in Season 2 of the GBA, so a little bit of history for you guys on that one. Also, Mega Lucario was allowed in GBA Season 1. Very fun fact about that one. You know, long time ago type thing. But I'm very excited to see how those guys play. And then we have Kyle, who was announced previously for the LGPE season. Very interesting to see how he's going to compete. I know I've watched some of his stuff from like the APA and the NPL NPA, leagues like that. And then you notice the 3 other logos. For anyone who watched the D-League and was very interested in the D-League, we have Goldoa, we have Randy, and we have Danza coming in. And each of them will be stepping in, and they'll be, you know, getting their shot up from the D-League into the main league, and we'll see how they compete. I am very excited for the 8 coaches that are going to be competing. Some new faces, some D-League faces, which for you guys know anything about me in terms of, you know, leading the D-League and how and sort of organizing that. I'm very excited to see 4 faces from the D-League up to compete with all of us. And I'm excited to see these new faces that were brought in from other leagues, you know, Nexus, Deathly, Nate, and Kyle. So let me know what you guys think about for this upcoming season. Let me know what you guys think about the tiers. And let me know if you guys are excited, all right? Oh, wait, I forgot a part. The draft stream is going to be March 31st at 1 p.m. It's going to be, well, it's going to be on Kyle A's stream. I think MV will be co-hosting with him. It's going to be 12 o'clock Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This draft, I think, is going to be very, very fun. I am looking forward to what sort of plans everyone is going to be drafting. I think with the accessibility to Ubers, a lot of coaches are going to be more excited to draft. They're going to be more interested in how they approach their drafts and what they pick and what they're allowed to use. So I hope you guys are all excited. I know I am. And we'll see how this all goes, shall we? So with that, like I said, leave your comments. Hopefully, guys, I'll see you guys at the draft stream. And until then, later.